The following film is presented in its complete theatrical version. It was rated R by the MPAA and may not be appropriate for children under 17. It is rated TV MA-LSV and contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
I like steak. That is me, your boy Ubi. For the music down just a little bit. How's everybody doing today? My microphone working? Yes, it is working. It is going. It is a Friday. Get that theme. Rinsed lips, sorry. It's Friday. Nothing wants to work right. Let's get that out of the way. What do we got? We got Brant, who's feeling a little under the weather. I'm glad you're with us. Hey, David, Tom, J Guitars. Yes, you should absolutely look me up. Who else we got in there? Brian, how you doing, big guy? And yeah, got a pretty good crowd to start it out with. So, yeah, the big news, obviously, is the Song in a Hat for 2025. The Community Collab project is not only just a go, it is a go as of today. So the 3-week period for getting your backing track written and recorded and sent in has begun as of today. There is the link to it. I will be dropping a community post with that link. Please feel free to share it out to everybody out there. Hey, BBM, how you doing? And yeah, so it's pretty simple. Let me flip over to that screen so we can take a look at it. No, let's flip over to that screen so we can look closely at it. So there is a way to submit your track. There are 2 ways to submit your track. You can either email it. Clicking here will get you the email address, or you can upload it straight to the site. Trying to make it as easy as possible for everybody. This site here will give you all the info of exactly the requirements for it. You are allowed to use any DAW, any recording software that you want. If you don't have one, though, we suggest BandLab for its ease of use. And that's actually what I'm going to use today to begin the recording of my track. So it's not anything that has to be super complicated. You can put just a guitar backing track. You can put bass, you can put drums, you can put the whole 9 yards. This is just for a collaboration project. So just put your best effort forward. That's all that's required. You don't have to put together a super polished, high technical track. Some people will, some people won't. And more importantly, those of us that know how to do this in the community, standing by to help each and every one of you learn how to do this. So it's an entire process that's designed to be as inclusive as possible for everyone out there, regardless of your skill level. Don't feel shy about it. Again, embrace the suck and just jump in there and do it. So, having said that, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to start the recording of my track that I'm going to enter into the project. So let's look at the submission requirements for the track. It's obviously you need to record the track, and again, you can use any DAW that you want, any recording you want, anything along those lines. Hey CD, how you doing, big guy? Today I'm actually I'm going to forego Cakewalk like I normally do, and I'm going to show you how to do it in BandLab so you can get an idea of how you would do this if you decided to join in. So the requirements are your beats per minute must be between 70 and 140, just to make sure that we don't have super shred stuff out there that people, may not be able to solo over and those sort of things. The track length needs to be somewhere between 60 and 90 seconds. Make it short enough that somebody can easily get the recording done for their backing track, and also something that's shorter that makes it where somebody doesn't have to build a big long solo to go over your track. You can choose any key you want as long as it's either major or minor. We're going to skip the modes for right now, just because I want this to be as inclusive as possible. Later on, we may do a mode themed one. Right now, stick to either major or minor only. And when you submit it, the submission, I prefer WAV files, specifically in the 16-bit 41K style. But as long as I can play that file that you have on my computer, I'll convert it to whatever file it needs to be. So if your DAW doesn't give you an output, if it just gives you an MP3 or any other format, not a problem. Send it in. I'll help you out with that. And if you don't have a DAW or anything, it's okay. Grab your cell phone and record yourself playing. We will help you polish your track. You don't have to necessarily do it all on your own. Just get out there and do it. So that's the backing track requirements, and so that's what I've gone over. Again, at that link, you can find that details, the details for it, so you can look over all that information on your own. But I am going to go, and we're going to create a brand new project in BandLab just to show you how this works. So if you go to BandLab, if you aren't already signed up, sign up. There's a paid tier and a free tier. The free tier works just fine. Create yourself one, and then you just hit create a new project, and it'll jump you right into the... If I click on the right thing, it'll drop you right into the... there we go. It will load the studio up for you. So when it comes up in here, you can choose any of these options. I just choose guitar, because it'll label the first track you make as guitar. So I'm going to go, and we're going to start, I'm going to do 90 BPM is what I'm going to do for the track here. And you can select over here. You have one of those metronomes that you can ride around with on your metro subway. Speaking of gnomes, not only do I have a gnome hat coming from Shanty, but she also made one for Brandy and is making one for Mia. So we're going to make a cute little picture of that. I like to use a 2-bar count in just to give me a chance to get ready for it, and everything else I'll leave default in here. It's just I need to make it where you guys can hear Chrome. There we go. Maybe. Gotta make sure you guys are able to hear the output. Where is my output settings? Oh, I know what's wrong. It's in here is where the problem is. There we go. Now you can hear what's happening in Chrome. So just a simple metronome. So we're going to use that for recording. Gnome your gear? Yes. So we're going to use the Reaper for this. And so what you want to do when you pop in here, when you have your guitar track selected, if you look at the very bottom down here that you can't see because it's cut off on my screen. Why is that cut off on my screen? Uno momento, por favor. Because it is cut off on the screen. There we go. Now you can see the whole screen. So at the bottom here, you have source, effects, and editor. They're kind of hard to see because they're kind of tiny down there. If you click source, it will allow you to figure out exactly what you're recording on the guitar. If I was trying to record it right now, I have it automatically set to everything that you guys are hearing me say out there on the stream. So what I want to do is I want to change this over to my microphone, the Fifine SC1, which is my audio interface. And I happen to know that it comes through on channel 2. So when I strum the guitar and I turn the monitoring on so you can hear it, you can hear me. you go. So you can hear it there. And there's even a tuner in here if you needed to tune. A little sharp. There we go. So I've turned the monitoring off. Turn it back on. So there we go. So I've got my my dry input there. So you can actually go into the presets in here, and there are some amp and cap sim presets in here. So we got classic rhythm, clean plate, deep space, dirty rhythm, touch of distortion, driving lead. Let's find something we like in here. How about dirty rhythm? See what this sounds like. So the only downside to this compared to what I normally would run is that it has a tiny bit of latency to it. So anyways, this records it here. Now, if you wanted to, you could record it with your, for example, if you have your effects loop and everything already going. So if I drop this completely off of here and get rid of it completely, which is clear all effects. So I'm back to clean. And instead, if I brought up, say, my live rig, get that loaded. All right. Back here, turn the monitoring off on that so it doesn't confuse us. So if I dialed up one of my tones, for example, that one. So I could actually record that. So I happen to know that that comes in on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one comes in on 7, which is voice meter. Let's see, where do I have that one? If I sent that one out to there, like that. So I know I can get it on 4. A4, A2, 3, 4. So theoretically, I say as it doesn't work. It's definitely going out on A4. Well, I can do it. I'll just do it this way. I know it works on this one, so you can hear it kind of echoing there because of the fact that it's going through there. This will also capture my mic, so I have to be quiet while playing. But I can actually record straight from what I've actually got going. So as you can see, so I can record straight in through my rig, but that's not what I want to do. I want to actually show you, what I'm doing is showing you that you can use this as a DAW if you have, say, a cab and effects loop going into your computer. You can record that straight in, but that's not actually how I want to do this. What I actually want to do this as using the entirety in BandLab. So we're going to do that. Let's dial up a good effect. Plan on playing around a Reaper more this weekend, but we'll have a Saturday wedding. Yeah, so you still have 3 weeks to get a track recorded, CD. So don't stress over it. And totally understand, Jade, that the equipment ain't there. I can get it. I totally get it. All right. See what this sounds like. A little more fuzz than I want on it. All right, that's good. Do you have this with 4x10 vintage? What does it sound like? So you can do like Brant, take a sick day, and you have a 4-day weekend. That looks good. I want a delay in there. So give me a ping pong delay, and we're going to stick it there. Maybe. Put it on the 8th note. Go. Not bad. Let's bring it out of the mix. I don't want that much of it. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's see, those mids, I'm going to scoop them a little bit, bring the treble up. That works. All right, that's an interesting, it's an interesting set. It's a little bit too heavy on the, I'll move this. There we go. I want the cab at the end. I want the, actually I want the cab and amp. Okay, that opened it up like I wanted it to. Now I need a lot less reverb. Go with about 8%. Bring you down to about 15%. There we go. All right, good. So that's what I want there. I have sat down and wrote the general chord progression I want to use. It's right there. I won't leave it on the screen here because it'll disappear on me when I click on things. But basically, I've got that. So if you click this, it'll keep the metronome on when you're recording. If you don't have it on, it just gives you the count in. So like, for example, if I do this, and then you see it's no metronome. I actually want the metronome so I can keep time with what I'm doing here. So if I click this and hit record, metronome continues on, so I can at least keep, you know, something remotely close to on time. All right, so let's get this down. Now, I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to play this part. I'm thinking the first part we'll do with and then in the chorus we'll go like that. Let's see what it feels like whenever we go in. Like that, but let's see what it feels like whenever we go in here. that is not at all the timing I was expecting. Let's try it. 2, 3, 4. It's not how I want to do that either. Welcome to the messy process of Voobie recording. All right, so that is going to be our open. Hey, Steve, how you doing? There's actually several ways to do it, Tom. Yeah. That actually is not terrible. Yeah, Tom, there's actually several ways to do it. One of the ways you can do it is by doing a tap BPM. For example, if you bring this up here, there's a section here that calls tap. So if you know your if you tap along with the beat on it, it will. You see how it's trying to figure out the beat while I'm tapping here. So that's one way to do it. Another way, there is a program out there that I use sometimes to not only get the BPM, but also the chords from a program. There is a link for it in chat there. You can upload a song, and it will analyze it, try to figure out the chords that are in it, as well as things like BPM and the like. All right, now what I want to do here is we need to add a new track. Virtual instrument in there. All right. Wait, actually, that's not the one I want. Remove this track. Delete. I want the drum machine one. There we go. Basic. Give me a good rock drum kit. There we go. Not the best, but it's not the worst. Hey, Mitch, how you doing, buddy? Does not match at all, but that's also because wrong tempo. That in my recording wasn't spot on. Drop these off of here. Come up with our own that works. Yeah, BBM, send me an email to remind me to do it. But I would be happy to get you that just do a straight beat. That works for me. There, that, crash on one. Not really much of a crash now, is it? That's not how I want to do that. That's not it at all. Do that there like that. And then that. Copy. There we go. Not the best beats, but it's a beat nonetheless. Yes, needs more cowbell. I agree. Hey, Jimmy, how you doing? Yeah, so we're going to have to re-record that so that it's actually in time. Try that once. Hang on. Try that once again. Steve, how you doing? Okay, so I've completely messed up my... All right, we're in tune, or we're in time, but I've completely screwed up my my progression. So let's try that one more time. Did I do that right? I think I screwed that up too. No, okay. I've got it right, but I have the drums wrong. That's why it don't sound right. That needs to hit on there, and this needs to expand to there. Okay. That explains why it wasn't working right. Hey, Celta, how you doing over on Twitch there? All the fun's over on YouTube, buddy. Yep, that's exactly how I want that. Okay, so now that we got that sorted, there we go. I fixed the latency over on YouTube, Celta. All right, there we go. The tone on this one is actually from BandLab. So, all right, we are ready to record. All right, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Boy Ficht. Hey, there's a Celta. How you doing, big guy? Okay, duplicate this track. Get rid of that. That was not how I intended to play that, but that's all right. Let's see where that sounds. Happy little accident, right? Yeah, this didn't come out, did not play the progression the way I had written it. One more time, Mubi. This time, actually, the way you wrote it. All right, so that is the chorus part. And that is the majority of my backing track done. So all I need to do now is figure out how I'm going to do the bass. Wrong source. There we go. Figure out how to do the bass in this. I don't know if I have a pitch shifter in the effects here, but we're going to find out. They do have a pitch shifter. Go 12 semitones down. General. I think that's doable. Now we just need to get some other stuff into it. Let's see. Vintage Tweed is probably good with the right cab. Bassman 30. I like that. Bring the bass up, bring the mids down just a bit. See you, Brant. Glad to see you hanging out. That's not bad. That's got a pretty decent bass sound to it. I don't hate that. It's not the best thing ever, but I don't hate it. Could definitely use a little bit of EQ shaping on it though. So let's go with a graphic EQ. Roll the subsonics off. Bring that up a little bit. Let's roll the treble down a touch. I like that. I think we can record off that. Wasn't ready for the change there. Try it again. One more time. You're not wrong on a compressor. That might not be a bad idea there. Compander. Not bad at all. Again, this is just kind of showing you exactly how you would do this on your own if you didn't have the full big setup I've got. So 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see what that sounds like all together. All right, that's a track. So that's a total of what? 43 seconds. So I could loop it once, and then you'd have a full track. And that's actually all there really is to making a backing track. I mean, you can put a lot more effort into it, but this is really all you need for the crux of building a backing track. I mean, technically, if I looped this, I think I can do this and that. There. And then I think there's a way to create this as a region, if I remember correctly. I don't remember how to set this up as a individual region that I can loop. is this it? I know there's a way to set it as a region just to make it easy, but since I can't remember, the other way to do it is by doing it this way. By copying it there. Nope, that doesn't go there. That goes there, that goes there. And then at that measure, that one goes there. I hate when I do that. Paste. 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 So technically, there you go. You've got a minute 25 track. There is a cycle button in there. I don't remember exactly how to make it work properly. Celta, appreciate the suggestion, though. All right, so let's go back to the beginning. Make sure everything loops fine. I actually want to change the drums in here a little bit. I actually want to remove the B and A in here. Go to C. We have a ride. We do have a bell ride. Let's go 4 bars, and I want a 2, 3, 4 there, there, and there. All right. Now the question becomes, how do I add in? There we go. Bad. That's not a cowbell, that's a ride cymbal. But I appreciate it. But you know what? Do they have a cowbell? They do. See what that sounds like. We'll add cowbell. Put the cowbell there. Well, you have cowbell now. All right, let's give it tape delay mastering. See what it sounds like. I like that. Good, good. We'll apply that, and I realize that we need to put our other track there. A cowbell solo. Well, you all got a bunch of cowbell there, so bell in my exit would be a cowbell. Nice. All right, and so we will title this BDX. The reason that's called BDX is a personal reason. So the progression was built off of the numbers 6, 7, and 3. And so when I was a kid, my mom and dad were part of a nationwide sideband CB radio club, and their base station identifier was BDX 673. And so I wanted to use that 673 in a progression, so that's what I wrote in here. It's written in A, and the 6, 7, and 3 is featured prominently in the progression there. So because of that, the name of the backing track is going to be BDX. So download the mix down. Technically, it's in G sharp, since I am half a step down, but yes. All right. So I'm going to do the non-compressed version, the WAV file version. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Just in time to see the end of my building my backing track for the community collab. There we go. It has downloaded my track. And just so we can all hear it. Sorry, hang on. I'm going to fire up the gonna fire my rig up so I can play over it. Little off, but that would be take a bunch. It's a playable backing track, is what I'm basically showing there. You could easily solo over the top of that. So there you go. That is the track on that. So what I would then do is I would go to the Song and a Hat website, which again we will drop that in chat once more. Go to submit your backing track. Click on that. Now, if I wanted to, I could click on email and email it to me, or I can upload it straight in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my file. I missed. We'll just do select file instead. So we'll do that. So got the file there. My name is The Ubi, and my email is theubi@gmail.com. Hit upload file. Wait while the file uploads, which will take a little bit because it's a little bit bigger of a file. It's 15 meg. Boom, successfully uploaded. So that means I am officially entered into the Song and a Hat 2025. And there, we did it all completely free. BandLab costs nothing. You actually, all of the drums, the bass, the whole 9 yards, we did it all inside of BandLab. Cost us absolutely nothing. Took us less than an hour to do. And yeah, absolutely is something that anybody can do. And the reason why I wanted to do this was just to show you that there is no reason why you should let technology be the thing that prevents you from being part of the community collab. So, and again, if anybody has questions about it, the best way to get answers on that is to, just reach out and ask. Ask myself. Ask Sean. Sean makes backing tracks. Ask. There's lots of folks who make backing tracks that would be happy to help you out with ideas on making backing tracks, the technology behind doing it. The whole 9 yards. So yeah, that is my submission. So somebody is going to have to solo over that wonderful piece of music we just built there. And it could be you. All you have to do is submit your own backing track and see what happens. Send me a hug via email. So I don't know how to pull that off. Haptic responses across the internet may or may not be a thing that's out there. But yeah. And again, it's open to everybody, and nobody's expecting you to make, the next killer track. I mean, the track I just laid out there, pretty basic. It's not all that amazing. It's maybe ends up being a little more polished than yours, but that's okay. The whole point is, I guarantee everybody will enjoy playing over your track. I know I will. I know I absolutely will love playing over your track. So, do it. Do it. Matter of fact, here, hang on. Fire this up. There. If Shia LaBeouf tells you to do it, you should do it. I mean, what more can I say? Really? Right? So what if you want to keep some kind of rights to the track in case you want to use it for yourself in a future project? That is a great question, Eshelta. The way I'm going to state, and I will update that page, my thought on it was that you are providing the track for use in the not competition, but in the collab but you retain your rights to it. So what you're doing is, by submitting, you are giving us the rights to use it in our collab, but you retain all other rights on it. So you can use it anywhere else you want. It's yours, and completely keep the copyright. And basically, you know, you're giving us, the community collab, an unlimited license to use your backing track, but it's still your track, so you can do whatever you want with it moving forward. We're not trying to use this as a way to steal from anybody. So we'll throw it open. Any questions? Any comments? Anybody got anything they want to plug? What if everybody got coming up? I know Sean's got a live tonight, maybe. You gonna go live tonight, Sean? Hopefully. Maybe I'll stay up long enough to catch it this time. I'm sorry, I've missed like your last 2 lives, man. I feel terrible about it. Did anybody want to hear the Enigma, the song that was made for the tease? I can fire that up real quick. We can listen to the finished product if you haven't listened to if you haven't seen the video yet. And I realize that is not playing for you. Why is that not playing for you? Oh, because I killed something. Hang on. Still looking for a new interface, Tom. Let's roll this back and actually play it where you can hear it. I know what we need. Yes, CD, it will. As long as the Rode shows up as a device in your system, Reaper will absolutely take it. This is the song that was played on the Tease review. And yes, it will probably be part of the CD at some point. I had wanted to make this part a little more shreddy. I just couldn't get it to sound right, so I slowed it down. I agree, especially considering how bad everything sounded when I was trying to play it a little on a higher pace. Joyo has cheap amps that will work as interfaces, so absolutely you could use one of those. I'm getting there, Sean. I am getting there. But Embrace the Suck is all about playing where you're at. And so I pushed myself in doing what I did on this track. And tomorrow I'll push myself to be a little bit better. So there you go. That was the yeah. So if you didn't hear, if you haven't seen the tease review, that is the song from that. I will put that video, the video part of that from the tease review, up on its own today. So absolutely. All right. So anybody have anything they want to plug real quick for the weekend? Anything coming up that we all need to know about? Or any questions, any thoughts about what we're needing? Tom, you're looking for a cheap interface. When you say you're looking for a new interface, what budget are we looking at? Under what dollar amount? Because it could be as cheap as a couple of bucks for a Rocksmith cable if you want to go crappy like I started. Or it can be as expensive as you want. You are going to go live tonight. Excellent. I will try to be there. No, I won't try to be there. I will be there. Period. End of story. All right, Mitch, what do you got? Share it with me, buddy. You have a link you want to drop? Let me know. I'll give you a wrench if you want to drop a link in the chat. Was to come mow your lawn. You know, it's very helpful if you show up to your own live stream. I almost didn't do that like not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday before. Get off my lawn. Oh, right. Yes. Yes, Charles Green tonight. Mitch, can you drop a link for that? I've given you the ability to do so. Oh, drop a video tomorrow. The three strat comparison. I am looking forward to that one. I really want to see that. Definitely want to see that. So if you aren't followed and you aren't subscribed to Searching for Tone, do so for Brian. So what you need to do tonight is you need to multi-stream like a lot of us do. And go watch Sean's live stream and Charles's live stream at the same time. Sean, drop your link for your channel in there, if you would, please. East Rock Tease Squire debut. Nice. Nice. I have a feeling the Tease is probably going to be the better of the three, but they all three sounded pretty darn good in your reviews. Ah! I've covered my face up. I covered up my face. Which for some folks that may make this the content significantly better. There we go. Go follow Sean for sure. Yeah. But you've joined Team Blue, buddy. You've joined Team Blue. And that's the important part. And there we go. There is the live for Charles, for sure. Yes, I've ruined your surprise. You see, my friend, how you doing, Kitos? You got here just before I was going to finish the stream up, but man, what a comeback in that third period for the Stars, huh? What a comeback in that third period. I was sure Edmonton was going to take game one, but no, that's a 5-goal third period. Well, they're different enough, Sean, because the Blue Reaper has a few updates that that Vicky didn't have. By the way, I have decided and 100% for positive. We are naming her name is Celeste. We're going to call her Celeste. That is the name. We are definitely going to be naming her Celeste. For sure. Now, Brian, what I wanted to do, I wanted to have at the beginning of the tease video, but I didn't. I didn't have time to ask you to do it. Is I wanted to get you to video yourself taking your tease, telly, and just putting it off screen, and then I would like grab it from the side of the screen, just to make it look like you were handing me your telly. That would have been hilarious. But I was running short on time, so I went with the tease opening. Was teasing the tease. There we go. All right, that was a good stream. I think it was a really, really good stream. Have to cut your grass with aching knees. Oh no, bro. I feel your pain. I have to go up and down those stairs with my knees and back, and it really sucks. Named your Fender Squier Strat Cherry. Cheery, not Cherry. Cheery. I like that. Yeah, you know what? We need to work on something like that for the Reaper when you do your debut of it. I think that would be great. That's okay, Yusi. You know what? You were here. You showed up, and that's what I care about. If again, if any of you have any problems with getting notifications that the stream is on, go and join the Patreon on the free tier. I send out alerts on Patreon as well, and sometimes Patreon alerts will get to you before the YouTube alerts will. So you will never miss a stream that way if you do that, and it doesn't cost anything. So, yes, for the also other housekeeping, Tuesday is a go. We will be doing Tech Tuesdays. We won't start this Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. We will be doing a 30-minute live stream before Ted's. Yeah, I know. You see, it's I've got another friend, a really good friend over in Finland as well. So I know the time zone thing, brother. Um, that's actually my evening streams are completely off for you. So man, I wish I had. You know what? I wish I had some way. I don't know. Maybe I should go back to streaming 7 days a week so that I can just stagger it so that everybody's time zones line up. But man, that's so much work. That's not really that much work. I hit live and just spew out whatever's in my mouth. I don't even think about it. I like to be just as surprised as you are by what comes out of my mouth. But yeah. All right. So if nobody has anything else to plug, I think we're going to wrap it up. Very good stream today. And we really did the embrace the suck thing today. And I strongly encourage you. I mean, we have 75% of you said no on the community collab, and I get it. It's a daunting thing, but it's not that daunting. And hopefully I showed you that it's something that you could definitely do. It's very, very doable. And there's so many of us who want to help you and teach you the things that you may not need to know. So, I mean, it's an excuse. If you say, I don't have the technology, I don't have the knowledge, I don't have the skill, it's all an excuse, man. It's all an excuse. Hey, Johnny, glad that you were lurking, buddy. But I really want everybody to come and enjoy it, and it's a fun process once you get in there, and I agree, I understand it is definitely something that is scary at first. It's stepping out of your comfort zone, but it's worth it. I mean, the reason why I'm doing this is I got so much out of entering the biggest shred collab by Jared Dines that I want everybody to feel that feeling I got from that nervousness, that fright of doing something that I didn't think I was able to do, but pushing myself to do it, dropping it out there, and then getting feedback. And so many people who were honest. They're like, "Man, I can see the potential, and you tried it, and that's the big thing." So, I mean, there's 3 weeks to get to get the entry in, UC. It's and if you don't make it, don't stress over it. But I mean, if you got a chance, try it. That's all I ask. Just give it a shot. And the way our community is here, we're all going to be supportive of you. We're all going to love whatever it is you put out. I mean, if you guys can deal with me rambling on and streaming and just the stream of consciousness that I do on a almost daily basis, then I guarantee anybody else in our community is going to be real supportive of what you do. All right, so like I said, check the link out. I will be dropping a community post over that. Hopefully, you guys will also share that out so we can broaden the reach on it. And yeah, thanks everybody for being on my guitar journey, and please include me in yours. I really want to be a part of it. Let's all embrace that suck together. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on our next stream.
I like steak.